Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal at your service. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, the season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play, but if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. Jeremy Lin. What a story this guy has in his career, from Linsanity in New York to Houston, and now a member of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes, Linsanity swept New York a few years back. Ernie, he's an exciting player to watch, an attack guard. The Lakers are happy to have him. Now he's making a splash in another big market.
Jeremy Lin, an LA Laker. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
So Indiana wins the tip. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Ronnie Price out there with Kobe. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Davis. And it's Hill in at the 5. Now here's Hibbert. Hill passes to West. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Hill. Hill's got the first basket of the game for the Pacers.
A good play to get things started here.
Steve, always nice to get the first points up on the board. At least I felt that way.
Davis with a screen on Stuckey. Kobe with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. Johnson gets the bucket.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Here is Watson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Miami. He dishes it to West. It's stolen by Hill. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Hill leading the charge. And the shot is good.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
Here's Indiana now. It's a 3-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Price kicks to Johnson. Price outside. The feed now to Johnson. Fires for 3. The Pacers pull it in. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, they really had their number in that game. Big margin of victory for them. They got there by really including their bench. The depth became a major factor. They just wore them down.
So it's the Lakers now after Indiana gets the 3. Price kicks to Johnson. Connects on the 9-footer. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Watson dishes to Hill. Passes to Watson. Pulls up on the wing. Here's West. The shot is off. Hill with some nice D. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Kobe against Stuckey. Fades. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter.
Well, Kobe has always had an alpha personality, but I don't think he came into the league as a natural leader. He's more of a loner. And as his career has worn on, he's realized the need to really engage his teammates for the good of the team.
And Kobe Bryant, I think we've noticed, becoming less guarded in interviews, seems to be a little more open and forthcoming and authentic. And I think that's helped him express his personality both with teammates and the public. And I find it to be kind of refreshing and a good thing.
And Kobe, Steve, one of the most intense competitors the league has seen. Sometimes that intensity, though, can rub teammates the wrong way.
Well, the great ones always challenge their teammates to be at their best, and sometimes, it can go overboard. I think the challenge for Kobe is to figure out, his new teammates, what makes them tick, and make sure he pushes the right buttons. Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Los Angeles. The Pacers shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And Watson no good on that one.
C.J. Watson at 6'2" is an outstanding shooting combo guard. He's an excellent marksman from behind the three-point line, which helps his team space the floor, but he's also an underrated defender.
Here is Miles. He had 25 points last game. The fadeaway. Allen kicks to Watson. From downtown. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers take it the other way. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Seemed like they hit every big shot they had in that game. Kevin, their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
And for Watson, between his outside shooting guys and his solid defense, he makes a nice backup.
Yeah, pretty good at getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. You know, a player who spent a little time in the D-League out of college and now has really solidified his place as an NBA player.
And once again off the mark by Indiana. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Boozer with the screen for Lynn. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ellington. Here's Lynn. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. There's the pass to Miles. For 3. Hill. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Pacers. They lead by 1. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, Steve and Clark, what do you think?
And it's really been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established a nice low post presence, which always tends to help you on the rebounding battle.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Lynn and Kobe are your 1 and your 2. Davis is out there with Hill, and it's Young in at the 3 spot. Hill kicks to Hill. Here is Miles, defended by Young. Here's the screen. Steps back and fires. That's good on the jump shot. Miles has got the lead up to 3 now for the Pacers.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
And here is Lynn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pass to Kobe. Davis inside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Indiana. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in. There's a screen. Hill against Land. Dishes it to Hill. Shoots the 3. Stuckey can't get it to go. The Lakers trail. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kobe Bryant certainly had a unique childhood, spending time in Italy where his father played professional basketball. Kobe said, "Once I moved overseas, the game of basketball became my refuge. I developed a passion and relationship with the game. My grandfather used to tape games and mail them to me. It was special just to sit down and watch the game." Gentlemen, over to you.
He's always had that passion. Thanks, Doris. And Copeland kicks to Stuckey. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Hill against Bryant. From past the arc. And he gets it to go. Kobe's got 5 points so far.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us Just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
Stuckey kicks to Copeland. And the shot is good. Copeland's got it all tied up now for Indiana.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, defense is a big part of these players' games as the top shot blockers among small forwards this season. And you look at Johnson, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
Just superb athletic defenders right there, all of them, and aggressive too. They challenge every shot.
You'd really love to see every player devote the kind of energy to their defense that this group of small forwards does.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He was intent on running the offense through Kobe. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Stuckey. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Johnson attacking. Kobe, the pass to Price. And stolen by Hibbert. Now here's Stuckey. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Hill kicks to Stuckey. Here's Copeland. It's guarded by Johnson. Here's Stuckey. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off. Roy Hibbert really an all-around contributor at the center position, an elite rim protector. He can pass, post up, and even knock a shot down from the high post. He really does a lot of things to help you win.
Price kicks to Johnson. Los Angeles with another miss. Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Copeland can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have made.
And Hibbert with the nice soft touch on that hook shot. With his height, you're not going to block that one.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's got a really nice touch. One of the better free throw shooters among big men in the league as well.
54 seconds left in the second quarter. Stuckey outside. Kicks it to Copeland. Fires the three. A rebound by Johnson.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
Kobe against Hill. Bryant tries in. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hibbert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Stuckey. Hill's got his second bucket. Now here's Bryant. 23 points for him the last game against Denver. And here's Price from beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's West. The shot misses. It's a tie game in Indiana. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I've got Kobe Bryant. And Kobe, tell us what's working for you guys defensively right now.
Oh, keeping them out of transition, really. I mean, that's really been the big key this half.
Kobe, we appreciate the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Check out the game for Watson. He's got 10 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for Indiana. Down low, Weston Hibbert. Watson out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Hill in at the small forward position.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
A lot of times when a great player hangs it up, they take some time to find themselves or just relax. But Kobe said last season that he wants to stay heavily involved in the NBA when his playing days are over. Not a huge surprise if you think about just how competitive he is.
Here is Price. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Davis sets a screen. Here's Price. Feeds it to Hill. Price kicks to Kobe. 5 to shoot. He tries for 3. No good from Price. And Indiana shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And the basket by Hill.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
The Lakers trail. Timeout called the Lakers.
Roy Hibbert, the big dog, number 55 for the Pacers, is 7'2" and is a little too big for king-size beds. Every time the Pacers go on the road, he has to take along a special inflatable mattress that he likes to sleep on. One of the downsides to living large.
There's the dish to Price. Outside, Davis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Johnson's shot is off.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Johnson. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
And thank you for that, Doris. Indiana making some changes. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Hibbert. C.J. Miles comes in for Solomon Hill, and it's Hill in for Rodney Stuckey. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hill. Boozer comes in for Ed Davis. Young's checked in for Johnson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Price. And Hibbert's father stands 6'2", and Steve, his mother, is 6'1". But Roy obviously towers over both of them.
Well, he towers over everybody, Kevin. I mean, you know, you look at the family roots. His parents came from the Caribbean. Roy actually played one game for the Jamaican national team back in 2010. And unfortunately, that actually may rule him out of playing for Team USA. So a very interesting sort of international background there.
Watson with it. He's got 10. West outside. He kicks it to Miles. 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Watson. A 3 ball. No luck. And the Lakers going the other way now. And Young, here we go. And he overshot that one, missing. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Watson kicks to Hill. He dishes it to West. West setting the pick for Hill. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
In the first half, they shot a little over 30%. That's dismal. That's obviously not the start that you want to see. But they've settled down here in this second half, getting some good looks, and they've started to knock them down.
And Indiana making a change here. Allen's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Bryant.
Robert Sacre, a powerful 7-footer, likes to operate on that left block where he's got a combination of a right-hand hook and also that turnaround jump shot. So he's got some options.
Outside Hill. And Miles kicks to Scola. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
The Pacers have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Now Lynn. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. There's the pick. The feed to Young. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. Indiana leading. Outside Hill. Scola, a screen on Lynn. Hill dishes to Scola. Here's Miles. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. For Indiana, they have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. Free throw good, Miles. Chris Copeland's checked in for Hill. Johnson, he's checked in for the Lakers. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Screen by Boozer. Passes it to Ellington. Lynn kicks to Young. It's stolen by Watson. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Copeland. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, the execution just has not been there defensively in the second half. They look a step slow out there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Chris Copeland.
That free throw good from Copeland. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside, Lynn. Johnson at the elbow. Back to Lynn. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Watson. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pacers lead by 6. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, with this assist, he shows you just what a well-rounded guard he really is. Kind of a combo guard, even though he's listed as a shooting guard. Really a diverse offensive skill set.
We're almost seeing more of that, aren't we? Some guys that have point guard skills that can play both those positions.
Yeah, for sure.
Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Johnson. Ryan is out there with Ronnie Price. Then it's Hill, and it's Davis in at the 4. And here's Watson. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and fires. No good off the front iron. Lakers trail by 6. Price outside. It's taken away by Stuckey. The drive by Hill. Watson for 3. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That's his first foul. Here's Kobe. Pass to Davis. Into Johnson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
It's been a great game for Johnson tonight. He's got 10 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now his outside stroke has looked really good today.
That one is no good. Pacers leading by 6. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Stuckey outside. The pass to Watson. 6 to shoot.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Indiana.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Price, the pass to Johnson. Davis setting the pick for Johnson. Back to Price. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. No good from the left block. The Pacers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Stuckey with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Hill dishes to West. Hill pulls it in. Lakers trail by 6. And Bryant in low to Hill. And stolen by Hibbert. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Stuckey passes to Watson. Dishes it to Stuckey. Here's West. He trains the turnaround jump shot. West has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pacers. And the Lakers call time here.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
Shooting for Indiana, David West.
First free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Lakers trail by 9. Bryant dishes to Price. Johnson outside. Let's go. That one wide left.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
2 minutes, 2-1.
West inside. Guarded by Price. From 13. West missing again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Price. No luck. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Here is Watson. Stuckey outside. Clock at 6. Pass to West. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're in front by 9. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. He's able to hit the second one and have it push the lead to double digits. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Kobe goes in, and the shot is good.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
1:12 left here in the fourth quarter. Pacers leading by 8. Watson with it. Outside Hill. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Pacers.
Clark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
They really took control of the first 2 games in this season series by keeping the pressure on. The win here tonight will move them to 2-0 with 1 game left against the Lakers.
No good from West.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Tough play. He had to fight his way all the way to the rim.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Sacre is checked in for Hill. Boozer comes in for Davis. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Kobe. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Price. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Miles kicks to Copeland. On the wing, Hill. Feeds to Copeland. It's stolen by Johnson. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Johnson's got the ball. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
David, obviously a very productive second unit. How does that change this basketball team when they play like that?
I mean, they set the tone. And we're a very deep team. Our bench is going to have an advantage most nights.
David, thank you. Kevin, depth always important in the NBA.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, C.J. Watson.